I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it. What's going on, y'all? This is Terrance. I'm going to welcome you to another edition of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. We are live today. I haven't done a live in a minute. I've been slammed this week. It's like I've lived at the editor the entire week, working on projects and stuff. But I definitely enjoy it, and it's my passion, it's what I do, and it's who I am. Today we're here to react to Snoop Dogg. He dropped a brand new album last night called IzItACrime. If I'm not mistaken, there's also like a film attached to this as well. Haven't had a chance to check out the film yet, but I did listen to the album last night. Salute to Snoop, man. I love Snoop. So before we get into the particular reaction of the album and break it down and talk about it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well to be notified whenever new content is uploaded. Check out the community section as well. I gotta drop something in the community section as soon as this podcast is over, so be sure to vote and let your voices be heard there. And connect with this channel. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button, that notification bell. We would love to have you guys be a part of this particular community. Thank you so much. Right now, it's all about Snoop Dogg. Is it a crime? Man, Snoop is a legend, man. He dropped this particular album last night. Fire, man, fire. That's his wife, Shantae, on the cover with him. He did his thing, man. He definitely did his thing. We'll start off and kind of break it down track by track, getting into some of the context of the particular album. This is it's kind of crazy because he just dropped Missionary. Missionary just came out in November, and I feel like they could still drop visuals on Missionary and still promote that particular album. But I did see like a little short snippet with Snoop sitting down with Big Boy at the radio station and kind of just saying that I guess he didn't feel like Missionary was like well received, and that's why he came back with this particular album and kind of used the term like taking matters into his own hands. Basically he gave Dre the creative control on Missionary, so kind of like he's back in the driver's seat. This album is fire, man. I really enjoyed it. Definitely a good album. So we start off with the album intro, then it transitions to a song with Snoop in October London. October London is fire, man. He kind of has like the spirit of Marvin Gaye, the way he sings and puts his passion into his music. Him and Snoop been doing music together for a long time, and I've always, enjoyed listening to October London's music. This song is fire because it samples a legend, Sade. Sade is amazing in this song. Samples her voice. It's real smooth, and it's a very smooth song. And the way Snoop has that melodic, real smooth vocals, it matches. So it's definitely one of the best tracks on the album. Then we transition to a song called Joy, which I think is another just back to back good song. How some songs may have skippers, like this back to back in this sequence. You can go from Is It a Crime to Joy. Joy is definitely a listenable song. Now, Unsung Heroes, I love that because Snoop was kind of clapping back. Snoop took some heat. He attended a party. I think it had something to do with like the inauguration or something like that. So, people been slamming him for weeks, calling him a sellout, and basically, he went there and kissed up to Trump and all this kind of stuff. And he clapped back. He said, "Me and Dre at the SoFi. The only way I'm selling out, the SoFi Stadium." So he's saying that's the only way that he's going to sell out. Him and Dre doing a show together. And then he had this other bar. He says, dancing with these dead presidents, the real inauguration." So in other words, his paper is the only inauguration that he's interested in. So yeah, I mean, but that happens to people. I remember Ice Cube had took some heat because he was trying to have a plan that black people could take to basically sit down with both Trump and Biden to present this plan that was going to be beneficial to the African American community, and he just got called a sellout for doing that. Jay-Z took some heat one time. Steve Harvey took heat sometimes. So people, you know, it happens. People, throw those labels out there at folks. Then we transition to, oh, by the way, that song is fire, Unsung Heroes. Okay, then we go to Sophisticated Crippin', which also has a Marvin Gaye sample in it. I think that song is incredible as well. So far in, he is at one, two, three, four non-skip songs. Okay. Then we go to Can't Wait with La Russell. Now La Russell went crazy on that song, and the beat is real fire on there as well. Let's see who produced some of those tracks that I kind of named out so far. Okay, so we got the October London record with Major 7C. Okay, then we got Joy by was it Big C Lamb? I really can't kind of read it on my end because that screen is so okay. Hold on. Okay, so Is It a Crime is by Major 7 and AG. Okay, Joy is produced by Big D and Lamb. Unsung Heroes is produced by Big Duke. Sophisticated Crippin' is Battle Cat. Okay, yeah, I love Battle Cat. Battle Cat and Snoop have a very good chemistry together, so that's amazing to see Battle Cat have his hands in that. Okay, then Can't Wait featuring La Russell is produced by Knots. Now, Knots and Snoop, they have a good chemistry together as well, going back many, many years. All right, then we go. Okay, but yeah, that song, like I say, the music and the vibe is very, very good. Now, Can't Get Enough featuring Jane Hancock is another good record. Jane Hancock, I first heard of her. Snoop had did this project with Def Jam called The Algorithm. So that's when I got, introduced to Jane Hancock. So I've been, a fan since listening to that particular project. And I like how Snoop does this. Like a lot of people that he collaborates with, he collaborates for like a really, really long time and opens up the door and gives, opportunities to artists. So I think Snoop is a great A&R. Like that's one aspect about Snoop that is slept on is his A&R ability. He can definitely identify talent and does a good job developing that talent as well. So yeah, but Can't Get Enough is another good record. So far in, we have one, two, three, four, five, six, in my opinion, six non-skip records. Now, I wish we could say the same for seven. I just thought Keep It Moving was just okay. I didn't love that record, Keep It Moving, featuring Charlie Be Real and what's that, Stressmatic, produced by Rick Rock. I love Rick Rock. Rick Rock and Snoop make good music together, but this song here I just thought it was just okay. Like I say, it wasn't my favorite. Okay, then we get to a song featuring Jay Black and Wiz Khalifa called Just the Way It Is. Now, the reason I like this song so much, A, is produced by Superfly, and Jay Black. You have to, you have to really know Snoop if you listen to what I'm talking about right now. Snoop did this project called Welcome to the Church Volume 1. And I remember Jay Black being a part of that. And this is all the way back like in 2005. Because the thing I love about Snoop, not only do you get these albums, you get like these projects that he puts out, compilation projects and EPs and things of that nature. So if you're a fan of Snoop, you definitely get fed musically because he's always putting out projects. But yeah, him, Wiz, and Jay Black went off on that one. That's a very very good record. Then we transition to What's Hayden featuring Charlie B. Real again. This is produced by Charlie B. Real. This is a good record. This is a very good record. I really enjoyed that one. I did skip one. So 10 was You Want My All featuring Akeem Ali. Now, this is produced by Battle Cat as well. Akeem Ali, I first got wind of him. A friend of mine and I, we was doing a podcast together about 4 years ago, and we both had a love for music and artists that I knew about, I would tell him about, and vice versa. And we did this podcast together. But I remember Akeem Ali being one of the people that we covered on the podcast. And he gets busy, man. Now his style is like unorthodox. It's kind of different. And he kind of has like these different characters that he plays musically when he does stuff. But Akeem Ali is incredible. All right. And then we get to the song that I mentioned, which was number 11 was Hayden. No, I'm sorry, was Happening featuring Charlie B. Real. This is produced by Charlie B. Real. Yeah, Snoop went off on there, man. He kind of talked that talk on there. So kind of like that slang, that thing that you kind of love about Snoop. He really does it well on that particular record. Okay. And then we get to number 12, and this is like one of my favorite producers for Snoop outside of Dre. Dre, I say Dre, Pharrell, and Battle Cat kind of like bring out the best in Snoop. But Pharrell, man, he did this record called Spot. I was listening to that song. I was like, I heard this song from somewhere before, and then it just, oh yeah, the light bulb went off. This is featuring Pharrell and Tony Armory. And this is like he flipped Deion Sanders Must Be the Money. And yeah, it's pretty dope, man. It's a good record. And Pharrell went off with the production. Pharrell's gonna always do his thing. But yeah, Snoop and Pharrell, they have great chemistry together, man. Going back to many, many years ago with Snoop got on the Neptunes album. And what was that song that he did? Dun, 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 the Chronic's calling. It blows my mind. That's the name of the song. I had to think of the cadence. Yeah, it blows my mind. So since then, I love Snoop and Pharrell working together, and Chad too, because then they did a couple songs off of the Rhythm and Gangster album for Snoop. Okay, and then even before that, right? Yeah, we got to go back before that. It was I know Snoop's discography very well. It was what was it? Paid the Cost to Be the Boss. That's the album that had like Beautiful and all that on there, right? So yeah, going back to Beautiful and other records that they did together, and then Rhythm and Gangster, you get the Drop It Like It's Hot and all those particular records that Snoop and Pharrell did together. Um, Let me fact check myself. But I know I'm right. Yeah, Paid the Cost to Be the Boss. Correct. That had From the Church to the Palace and Beautiful. Yeah, correct. That was right. And then, hey, I'm good, man. Rhythm and Gangster. Yeah, Drop It Like It's Hot. So yeah, I know my Snoop very well, man. Um, and then one of my favorite Snoop albums is called Bush, and it came out like around 2015. It was produced by Pharrell. And what was so interesting about it is Snoop wanted to rap, but Pharrell kept making like these R&B beats. So every time Snoop would kind of like, okay, man, can I get a rap record? And he would just do another one, and it just kept being that way. And so Snoop just stopped asking him, and that's the way it went. And Pharrell like wrote a lot of those songs for the album, and it's fire. So you definitely got to check out that Bush album by Snoop going back to 2015. Incredible. So again, I love Snoop and Pharrell's pairing. That's pretty much self-explanatory for that record. Okay, then we go to a song called "Shut Your Up." That song's just okay. It's cool. It's just okay. All right, and then we go to a record with Denon, who is Eminem's friend. Him and Eminem have been working together since 1996. I mean, he's Eminem's hype man. He's a member of D12. He's an incredible artist within himself. He has a song called Wakanda Man. I love that record. And Denon is a great producer. He's a great artist. And if I'm not mistaken, you can fact check me. I think his father was one of the members of the Blind Boys of Alabama. So like music is in Denon's blood. But yeah, that record is incredible and good performance. It's more Snoop singing on that one opposed to rapping, but he did it well. Okay, then we go to number 15, which is like a West Coast bounce, West Coast vibe, and that one is featuring production from Battle Cat. All right, so the one "Shut Your You Know What Up" is produced by Rick Rock. Like I said, that one's just okay to me. Denon produced the Cold Summer, and then Snoop Will Make You Dance is Battle Cat. Then we go to Life's Journey. That one's produced by Day One. That's a good song. It's a good track. It is. Now I covered this song as soon as this. I gotta hurry up and wrap this up because another video is gonna premiere. But I covered this song that you're gonna hear in a minute with Snoop Dogg and Sexy Red, but I kind of like the pairing of that song. You know, Sexy's kind of hit or miss. Some songs, she does what she does. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect, but her and Snoop kind of had this kind of cool song together that I liked. Okay, and then we go to "Let Me Love You," which I like that record as well. Um, Produced by Knots. Yeah, Knots does his thing, man. And then West Up with Battle Cat's one of my favorites. Okay, and then we go to a song called "My Friend." Oh yeah, I gotta point one thing out right quick. I don't want to rush this. West Up, he had this line at the end of the song I just thought was so fire. He says, "Did you know that if you take 2 steps that way and then turn left, you can get the F out of my face?" I just thought that was pretty cool. Okay. Like I say, My Friend is with Denon. That one's like a emotional type record. And the last song on this album is produced by Big D and Lamb. This is the best song on the entire album. He flips the sample from Casey and JoJo. The song was written by R. Kelly called Life off of the Life soundtrack with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. Life. Yeah, that song is fire. Like I said, to me, it's the best song on the entire album, and the production is crazy on there as well. But yeah, this is a good album, man. Salute to Snoop Dogg. Again, this is Snoop Dogg. Is It a Crime? That's his wife there with him, and that's his wife Shantae right there. Fire, man. I really enjoyed this album. Before we get out of here, those who want to follow us and connect with me on different platforms, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok, all at I'm in the Hills. Okay. Those that want to donate to our efforts, the Cash App and Venmo are both I'm in the Hills. Also, you can send a super chat. I have 2 websites. The first one is www.doubleetv.com. That's with 2 E's. That stands for Epic Elevate the Vision. And also www.terrancehill.com as well. Connect with me on all social media sites. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in to this edition of Terrance Hill TV. Again, presented to you by WTV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well. Check out the community section. I'm going to place a new poll in there that you guys can vote on. And soon as this video goes off, music video is already done, is already queued up to air. It is featuring Sexy Red, her and Snoop Dogg, and the song is called Me and OG Snoop. So, tune around and check out that separate video. But I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Saturday and Sunday, you will get some videos from me as well. I didn't get a chance to every day do a video this week, but the days I couldn't do it, I got shorts up. So check those out. Check out that Ludacris diamond in the back reaction that I did yesterday. I love Ludacris. Really appreciate it. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much. Lastly, those who want to donate to our efforts, the Cash App, Venmo, I'm in the Hills, or send a super chat. And I will see you guys next time, and stick around for Snoop and Sexy Red in a separate video. All right, take care. Thanks. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it